What is up, great people? It has been a month. What? It's been a month since our last video. What has been going on over the last month? So much has happened over the last month. It's been crazy. I'm going to be sharing more and more of that in the coming days and weeks and months, but let me get into something here today. You've seen a lot. You've been through a lot. You've experienced a lot. I believe this channel can be a place you can come to often to get and receive what you need. That's why we do this anyway, is to make sure you get what you need. And during the course of the last month, myself and my family and some very close friends of mine have been resting and game planning and thinking about what's to come. And it's going to be major. I'll just say it to the least. It's going to be major. It's going to be big. I'm super thankful for the impact that it's going to have, because the objective or the goal is not to do this huge, massive thing. It's simply to take the purpose that we have and to execute well on that purpose. It is to take our authenticity and just be extremely, extremely intentional in remaining authentic. And if you do the same, I'm telling you, it can change everything. And so the past month has been crazy. Listen, we've missed posting videos, but we have so much content to share with you. So if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe and like this video. Let's run it up and let's get further into why we are posting this video after 1 month. Here's one thing I want to give to you today. I want to give you just one word that I think if you will approach this the right way, if you will think about it, if you will take the time to grow through it, I think it can help you in such a phenomenal way. And the word that I want to deal with today is very simple. The word that I want to deal with today is fear. How do you deal with fear? How do you navigate fear? It's something that we all have to navigate. We all have to think about. We all have to deal with it, right? And so the very first thing that I want to get into when it comes to fear, whether it's the fear of creating content. Maybe you've been thinking about starting an online business or starting your own channel or starting to learn how to invest or whatever it is. Fear seems to be looming over your head and it's always in your mind. And so today we're going to deal with this. So because I want, again, this whole channel is largely about seeing more people walk into their purpose and giving them practical content about how to move forward. When it comes to fear, we have to understand this, is that we have to acknowledge that fear is present. Trying to ignore it does nothing. It does nothing for your life when you try to simply ignore the fact that it's not there. Because fear is there, check this out, it's there to manipulate your emotions. That's it. Fear is there to manipulate your emotions. That emotions are good to have, but they're a horrible master, right? And so if you can acknowledge that the fear is there and then decide that the fear is not going to manipulate your emotions, listen, it can change everything. It can literally change every single thing in your life. So what do we begin? How do we begin to approach this thing of fear? Here's what I want to give you. I want you to identify one, how many? One small step that you can take to break through fear. It's up to you. You have to decide what that one step is, but take one small step to break through the fear. Because here's what it does. Small wins build confidence, which lead to consistency. That's the key. We want to be more consistent. We want to have better habits. And so the thing is this, is that what happens if it does not go as planned? We've all been there before. We all have experienced that. What happens if you press record and you start doing videos and no one watches your videos? What happens if you try to go learn to invest and you lose like $100 in the first week or whatever it is? You try to start dating again and Yeah, that happens. So all these things can be going through your mind at once. But here's the thing: we're all after consistency. So what happens again if it does not go as planned? I want to give you just two things today. Here's the first thing: is that the first thing is the fear has been reduced. Anytime you can take a step into fear, and whether it goes good or bad, you have now reduced the level or the strength of the fear in your life. And secondly, is this: it made you more aware of other options that were available, other options that were present that you may have just been blind to before. Quick story about small wins. Recently, over the past 3 months, I've began to work out again. I began to work out and I want to be more consistent. And this past week was the first time that I began to see true results. You know how it is when you walk past the mirror one time, you see like a slight line behind your arm, or it's one of your abs coming in, or whatever it is, just to see a small measure of progress. It does so much for you. And so small wins would do that. Small wins, just repeat it over and over and over again. It's overcoming fear, and it begins to make changes to your life, whether it is your body or your mentality or just success in the next move that you're trying to make. Because every move, it builds momentum. Understand this. We're not into this for the short term. We're into this for the long term. So I want you to make sure that you're not getting in your own way. Every single step is progress, and progress gives you strength for the next move. So what are you waiting on? You can start this thing today. What is it you've been contemplating, thinking about that you have not started yet? Here's your steps. You've heard it in this video. Punch fear in the face, and let's get started. I hope you have enjoyed this video today. Again, I'm glad we are back together again. I can't wait for you to experience this content, even more content. Listen, if this has helped you in any way, make sure you like, you subscribe this video, and share with somebody else who's determined to make their 2022 goals happen. Let's do it together. Don't forget, be candid.